Hey guys, Jazz back with another video. In this video, I'm sorry about the audio in the video. I'm not in the house, I'm just recording. I just finished grinding out the set master, Kurt Warner. And let me tell you, this was a grind. It was a lot more grindy than I thought it was. Because initially I thought it'd take a couple hours. So I've done this before, not in Madden. I've done some in Madden, but usually Madden is really not profitable. You usually lose a lot of coins actually trying to do these sets normally unless you get really lucky. I've done them on mobile. On mobile, I've made a lot of coins doing it, and I never thought that Madden would be, a good place to do it. But I was like, let me just see. Let me compare this guy. I mean, I'm gonna definitely sell him. Um, his stats are crazy. He hits all the deep, mid, short. He's got good throwing power. The only thing that kind of sucks is you can't power him up. I wish you could power him because last year I think the master was a 94. That's probably, yeah. So I mean, they should have let you at least allow you to power him up, sell both him and the power up. His power probably been crazy pricey as well, because people probably could have powered it up to like a 91 or something like that. So they would have not only the people who who have the Kurt one who want to power him up, but then there's people who just want to power him up to a 91. So it would have been possibly a very pricey power up. That would have been nice if they would have given him power up, and then you would have the option. And that's what kind of saved this, because I think last year how this was set up, and it just kind of gave them to me. I didn't even put the collectibles in the set. It just did it automatically. Once I finished the last one, which was the Redskins, it just gave me the thing. I didn't even go in here and do it. I mean, will it give me another one if I go put the collectibles in it? No, it just automatically, once you complete it, it throws your collectibles in there, which is weird. So that's why I had to start the video how I started it, because it automatically opened up. I didn't put the collectibles in it. It just, all right, you finished all of them. And let me tell you, when I say this is grindy, it's grindy. I thought it would take like 3 hours. This is a 10+ hour job. This is a job right here. This is crazy for the amount of coins, and then for the amount of coins you're getting back, it's nowhere near worth it. I just wanted to test it out, do it for the video, test it out, see if it's actually good to do. I still have a couple of guys to sell. I do see that there are some cheap power-ups, because with this pro mode, you also get like, I think he's going for like 1.3 maybe, 1.2. I could probably sell that. That one's a new fresh one, so we'll definitely try to get him off. We'll try to get him off in the next couple days. Yeah, more people will complete them. I definitely probably won't. I was gonna say hold off to weekend league, but no. I mean, with some of these, you probably don't have to sell all of them, because some of them might go up in price. Like we still gotta sell Clinton Portis. That's another 200 something K right there. You also sell their power ups. So some of the power ups are worth a lot. I think Jason Sehorn's power ups at one point was going for more than he was. So this is the last one in the auction house. I might be able to price him up and put him up over that price. So we'll see if we could try to sell this Keith Bullock for a little bit more. But with these, that's one thing you gotta keep in mind, is that when they're rare, you can price them however. And the same thing with the cards that go in the set. You can make a lot of coins, the cards in the set, if you overprice them. Like you can buy it. Like let's say you find 3 cards that are going for like 3K, buy all of them up, and then just price them all at 15K. And then whoever's doing the set, like if I'm waiting long enough, I'll probably buy them. And you see, like that's the good thing, that look at this. Clinton Portis is not only his card is going for like 200 something K, but his power up, that's almost 400K with Clinton Portis. So like I said, some of these sets you want to check their power ups, and you want to check the card, because the power ups can be expensive. Like Wayne Corbett, that was a lost set because his power up, look at his power up. I actually bought up a bunch of them because they were going for under 10K. I don't think his power up should be under 10K. It should be like 20K or something like that. So I bought a couple of them. I have a couple of them. So definitely his power up was too expensive, and too cheap. There's some cheap power-ups. I think that they'll probably go up in price, because there's some you see like Clinton Portis is 100,000, and then there's some power-ups that are not. Especially for like the lower overalls that are good players. Like if their base card is like an 86 or something, or 87, most people who get that card want to power them up. Nobody's gonna pay like 150, 200K for a 87 or 86 if they're not gonna power them up. So that's why I think like some of the lower overalls, if their power-ups aren't going for a lot, that's one thing I want to try to look at. I think this is one that I finished. This is pretty cheap as well, and he's a lower overall, so this is one that might potentially go up. But again, with people completing it, how many people actually want this card, that's things you also have to weigh. So definitely have to sell all these cards. It's like what, between him and his power up, that's 400K, it's 1.2, 1.6K, 1.6 million. 1.7 million, something around there. So we made a couple of 100,000. It was profitable for me. Obviously, these sets change, and maybe cards that I found very easily aren't very easily found now. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. I can't just say like, yeah, these sets are profitable. Yeah, we're gonna make a couple of 100,000, but it's still not worth the grind. When I say grind, I mean just if you just buy cards off the auction house. Imagine buying like 1,500 cards off the auction house, and you know how slow it is. You buy it, it takes you to another screen, it takes you to another screen. You got to back out, and now you got to buy another one. And sometimes you got to look for good prices. I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try to go through some of the teams and see. I know one for sure standout that I know I made coins in, because most of these are you're gonna lose. But the thing is, the payoff is at the end. You get to sell the master, which once you complete all of them, you get the master. The payoff is the master is gonna cover for your losses. Hopefully, if you do it right and you don't do it too crazy. Obviously, you gotta find somebody who's doing it slow. Like I did it fast. I wasn't hardly waiting for prices unless like some golds. Some teams had like 5 or 6 golds that were going for like 15, 20K. Then I just. The good thing is that I had a lot of coins that I'll have leeway to move on to another set. So I'll start collecting the other set and then come back to that set and wait for the prices to go down. So if you don't have a lot of coins, you need at least like 1.5 to 2 million coins to try to get good deals, because that's what I would do. I would start collecting, like I'll find good deals on cards, and whenever like certain cards I think were way too overpriced, I would just move on to another set and then come back like half an hour later and see what the prices are looking like, and hopefully like the card prices went halfway down or something like that. So that's like a tip. If you are looking to do this, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Like I said, this is like a 10-12 hour grind, and if you're looking for really good deals, you're gonna be here a really, really long time. And that's the thing. A card might look good now, but a lot of people might complete it in the time you complete it, and the price might go down. There might be a lot of undercutting, a lot of competition. So it's a stressful way to do it. I mean, I probably could have held on to certain cards, but obviously you got to sell the cards to keep doing other cards. So that's what the problem you start to run into. That you be like, oh yeah, I could probably sell this card for more later on, but it's like I need the coins now to continue on the set. So because the Kurt Warner is only going to go down in price. That's the thing. The last card will probably go down in price. Will continue to go down. So you got to keep that in mind. You want to try to get these sets done fast. Obviously, whenever you watch this video, or whenever time of year, like certain sets change. But the Panthers was a really good one to me, because I think it cost me like 300K or maybe even less than 300K, and I sold gross for 400K, and his power up was like 60K or something like that. So I actually made like 100K on the Panthers. That's probably the best one I did. There weren't too many that you made coins on. I liked, honestly, I didn't mind the ones that they had really high overall elites. Like did the Panthers have really high overalls? I don't remember. Now some of these did. This one did, because it had a Luke Kuechly. So Luke Kuechly is expensive. But the thing is that the Luke Kuechly didn't go up in price. Luke Kuechly was going for what he normally goes for. That's the thing that I found weird about these sets, is that like these were the better ones to do, the ones with the really high overalls, because those cards stay the same and the golds didn't go up in prices. Like they didn't explode, since the elites were super expensive. Nobody really overpriced them because hardly nobody was touching these sets. That's the one good thing about some of these sets, is that the higher overall sets were actually not the worst ones. The worst ones is like the ones who had the lower overalls, like the Jets or something like that, where you can possibly find a couple expensive ones, and then you'll find some expensive golds, and then the card doesn't go for that much. Those are the big loser sets, and those are the ones you run into, the ones that have the low overalls, even though his overall is not that low. But his card was actually really expensive, so actually I don't think I lost too much with him. There was some, like, I don't know, his power went for a lot though, I believe, because he's like one of the best corner, if not one of the best corners in the game. So this is a sought after. This is a card probably even gonna go up in value, but yeah, since there's only 2 elites here, there were some expensive golds here. But his power up was expensive. This guy looks just like Baker Mayfield, man. He's like a chunky version of Baker Mayfield. Say he don't. Got the beard and everything, the eyes. Yeah, that's Baker. Daniel Kilgore. Doppelganger. That's all I could think when I was doing this set. But yeah, this is really grindy. But again, like mix it up, go in between sets, pretty nice. Yeah, the Kurt one looks good, and a lot of high competitors are gonna want to play with that card, because he's like, So obviously I'm gonna get to selling these cards, try to get, make a couple 100,000 coins. But again, this is a very grindy thing. I did it for, the learning purposes, see how it is, because usually most of the times I've even like estimated it, it was like you're gonna take a loss. Even with the master at the end, you're gonna take a loss because last year, like all the elites went up in price. Everything went up. Elites went up in price. The golds were super expensive. Some of them were like not even in the auction house. It was really hard to do last year. This year, I found it. I was like, I think I could be able to get it through. Obviously, there were some sets that was like, holy shit, like a lot of overpriced cards, and it got annoying, especially with the overpriced golds. Really didn't run into too many overpriced elites. It was mostly overpriced golds, and I would just sit on them and move on to the next set and hope that they'll go down in price. And for the most part, they did. There were some that, yeah, you had to pay overpriced. Just got to keep it moving at a certain point. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Kurt Warner does look really nice. Some of these cards I might look into getting them. But yeah, this Kurt Warner is a really nice card. He reaches all the thresholds, and I think he gets an ability that no other card in the game has. That's what's going to make him very popular. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing him if you run into any big time competitors in weekend league next year. You're gonna be running to Kurt Warner because he's gonna be I think he makes them adjust their routes or whatever. Like he's gonna get some glitchy. He gets a glitchy chemistry. I know that for sure. So and he's quick sells for 13,100. I wonder if that's worth it. Nah. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please make sure to leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Till next time, guys.